my Patreon friends. Get yourself a cup of coffee. I'm sitting down back, getting the 30-06 acclimated to cold weather. You know, you got to have the 30-06 acclimated to cold weather. If you don't believe me, then look it up on YouTube. I'm sure somebody's got a video out there on acclimating your rifle to the cold weather. Well, here she be. She's out here getting acclimated. Oh, I just come down here. I'm gonna be gone the next couple of Mondays, so I wanted to make you guys a video or two between now and Monday. So I've got something to put out there for you while I am away. While I am away, we will do a live stream. I've got some people that really want to get in on a live stream here pretty quick, so we will do a live stream. And you know, so but we're going to be the next, well, between now and the 15th of December. I've got 2 weeks of muzzle loading season at the Beaver Creek deer camp, if I don't get fortunate enough to tag one in regular rifle season. Which I did that one year. I was able to go in there and hunt for a solid week during muzzle loading season. When I think it was that first year I built the cabin. I know it was, back in 2021. Cold, cold, cold. I sat up in that tree stand just about freezing to death. But I'm bringing my oldest grandson in, grandson number 1. He's going in on Friday and coming out on Sunday. So we'll see. We're going to have to fight over the deer that comes by, I guess. What I told him is that, you know, it'll depend on the situation in the stand. Like 2 years ago, the deer came out on the opposite side of where he was setting, so he couldn't turn around and take the shot. So I took the shot. So it'll depend on that. I took his rifle out the other day. I don't know if I get time. I took some pictures of it, but they're not the same as I didn't take them with a video camera. But anyways, I took his rifle out, the 308 compact, and I got 3 bullets right on top of each other for him. So the gun is on, the gun is dead on. So, and he's a good shot, but I don't know how he would be if there's a, you know, actual deer. I take him to the shooting range, and plus we shoot at the cabin, and he does a really good job, and he knows where to hold it and all of that. So Papa's gonna have to let go of the reins, I guess, and we'll see. My own thoughts is I would love for a doe to come by for him. The reason that I want him to shoot a doe first is because I don't want it to be about the horns. I don't want any of my grandkids to only hunt for horns. It's about the meat. This family, we shoot, we kill, and we eat the meat. The horns are something we just throw on the wall. The horns here don't mean a whole lot. Other than the older you get, you'd like to get one more set. But I would prefer him to shoot a doe. That way he can know what it's like to bring meat home. He can know what it's like to bring meat home and feed the family. And get his first deer. Get his first deer up on the meat pole. Because it's not going to matter if it's a spike horn, or it's not going to matter if it's a doe. That first deer breaks the ice, and then he will always know that he can do it. He can do it. There's nothing There's nothing scary about it at all. So, but we'll see. It's awful difficult hunting with the grandsons. They like to make noise. They like to make noise. I got a rule this year, no candy in the hunt shack. They eat their candy and then they get wound up tighter than a yo-yo. So I want to keep them not strung out on sugar. I'm going to give them peanut butter and crackers. I've been a solo hunter. I've been a solo hunter my entire life. I just always sat in the tree stand alone, always scouted alone. Rare did I go to hunt camp with people. But anyways, so this bringing the kids along and sitting with them in a tree stand when they're not when they're not being quiet is pretty tough to handle. But they gotta learn, and we did get that doe 2 years ago, even though Caleb was making all kinds of racket. But that's the way it is. Well, hey, the deal this week was I got on Marketplace, and I purchased 2 Jiffy ice augers, a 10-inch and an 8-inch for $50. One of them, when I got home, I had it in the driveway. I had it running within a couple of minutes of taking it out of the back of the truck. The guy said the carburetor needs adjusting. He couldn't make it run. He put brand new bearings in it, brand new seals, and he replaced the carburetor with a brand new carburetor. And he couldn't make it run. So I adjusted the low speed, got that running, and then I adjusted the high speed, and I set the idle, and it runs like a top. The other one, he had the carburetor off, and the diaphragm in the bottom of the carburetor was missing. So I have lots of carburetor kits for them Jiffy ice augers. A few years ago, a small engine guy here in town was retiring. He's worked on my stuff for 40 years. Well, he finally retired, and before he retired, I went in and I told him, I said, I want a whole bunch of those carburetor kits for the Jiffy ice auger. They're $4 a piece for a kit. I bought 15 kits. And I also bought some head gaskets. So I got head gaskets and I got carburetor kits up the yin-yang for them Jiffy ice augers. So anyways, at the end of the day, I spent $50. I got 2 Jiffy ice augers and another one that's running. The one that's well, I want to get the 8-inch running for my nephew, which I will. Throw the carburetor kit in it. I'm pretty sure it'll take right off. And then he you know, because he's got all kinds. He's got his traps. Now we got him a snowmobile this year, but he's always had a problem with ice augers. He's trying all that electric stuff. So finally, I told him, "Why don't you fish like a real ice fisherman? And here, Yeah, we're gonna get you a Jiffy ice auger. That way you can set out there and drill holes for 20 years and not have to replace it. This morning I took it out of the truck, started it up again. Runs like a top. Runs like a top. I got, you know, right now you can buy Jiffies on there for $40, $50. And boy, I'll tell you, I wouldn't sell mine for $50. Never had any troubles with them. I've been ice fishing since I bought my first ice auger when I first got married. That was a Christmas present. And we bought that. I got married on 19, so just before I turned 20, we bought that brand new Jiffy ice auger. And I used that one for about 25 years. And then my wife bought me another one, brand new one, for Christmas again. And I sold my old one for $75 back then. And then we, another 20 years goes by, and I switched over to the propane model. And I've had no problems with the propane model. It's kind of nice to put a tank of propane on there and not bother with it. But so anyways, I saw them things on that marketplace, and it looked like something we should put in the shop. A couple more Jiffy ice augers. You know, you got 4 grandsons coming up. 4 grandsons coming up. They're getting almost big enough where they can drill their own hole. Especially my oldest one. I think he ought to take a whack at that this coming winter. That way he can drill my holes. Well, anyway, that's enough rambling for this week. And I'm getting cold. My coffee's almost gone. So it's kind of time to head up and maybe think about building a fire tonight. Old Man Winter will be here pretty soon, so I'm glad I got this shooting range put in before the ground stiffened up. Maybe while we're building that addition this coming winter, I can shoot on coffee breaks. Hey, you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next week.